Hey folks, this is Barrett from Portable Church. I'm one of the launch specialists here. Chances are if you reach out, I'll be the one that talks to you and gets you all set up with what you need. I get to work with our churches. And we've been doing a series of videos where we just talk about the things that churches are asking about, or our most asked questions. And so today, we're actually going to talk about something that is really representative of what we do. This is kind of the bread and butter of what we've done for over 25 years now. It's what makes up the storage for our systems. It's really, when you see a portable church system, it's one of the things that really stand out that make us us. It's our cases. So we're going to talk all about our cases, what they do, what they're made of, how we use them, what to know about them, and just kind of the basics for using our cases. If you've ever been on one of our deliveries and trainings with me or one of our team members, you've heard us talk about the case a lot, but now that people are getting back into ministry, going back and rethinking what church looks like, getting maybe old gear back out again to launch new campuses or just to re-up old campuses, we're getting tons of questions about our cases. So we figured we'd do just a little refresher so you can know just the basics and how to use our cases. So this is one of our cases here. It's what we call a shelf case. And this one in particular is for a church that it's going to be going out the doors to be used in their volunteers area, right? So their lobby, it's going to hold all the things that pertain to that. The reason I know that is because on the side here is what we call a case placard. Right there, it shows the organization of all of our systems. It tells you what trailer, it tells you what case in that trailer pack, and also what's in it and where it goes in the building. This is on every case, so you know the trailer pack is the same every single time, and we know that from here. This always goes on the side with our little PCI placard and the handle. This is how we steer. We'll come back to that and how to move it safely and best practices for that in another video. Today we're just going to talk about the case itself. This case, all of our cases really are made of wood. That is a huge benefit for us because they flex a little bit on purpose in the trailer. The wood we get is specially selected to be light, to be durable, so it protects your gear, but also gives us that flex in the trailer over thresholds in the building as well. The case, you can tell, is carpeted. That is for, again, keeping your gear safe. Sound insulation, it makes them roll nice and pretty and quiet. It also just is a way that we can, if it does get hit or dinged or damaged, it's an easy replacement, and it really honestly covers up any of those dings where volunteers might have run it into something or something like that. So that's the case. It has on this side, the side closest to me with the handle, the other side does not have a handle. It has two swivel casters on this side. This is where the steering happens. On the other side, there are two rigid casters. So we always, and again, if you've been on one of our training weekends, you know, we always say, you push the case, you never pull the case. Your leg is longer than your arm, and it really only takes one time for you to roll up on your ankle for you to never do that again. So we always push the case, looking on both sides to make sure we're clearing doors, make sure we're not hitting people, and make sure we're taking care of this case. Because you see the ball corners here, the case is meant to protect the gear, not the venue. So we always want to be careful because these will damage drywall and other things like that. Let's take a real quick peek at the case inside. Cool, so when we come around the front of our case, you'll notice that there's two latches. There's one on the bottom, which I already did. This is called a butterfly latch. They pull off the case and then they rotate 180 degrees, sorry. And they pull off the case and open like that. You'll notice there is a tongue that goes in between these two teeth for latching, and we can go over that in the future, but that's kind of how it goes. You'll also notice that the words on this particular latch always, 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 for our purposes, go facing you. We never do it like this, because even though it seems the same, it does stick up just a little bit and it can snag the other cases in your system. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo that again. And open it. Now, I did something that I shouldn't have done. What you want to do is to make sure that before you open it, you're gonna want to make sure that you do it slowly, because things do shift sometimes in transport, whether it's on a trailer, coming from us in Michigan when it goes out to you initially, or even just week to week as you pull the trailer. So you always wanna open it slowly, make sure everything is good, and then open the other door. This is our case. This is what a shelf case looks like. You'll notice there are runs that are both vertical and horizontal. That is so that we can make sure we have really segmented storage, as much as it needs to be to, one, take care of your gear and make sure that it has a place just for it, and two, so we can make full advantage of the vertical space in this small footprint for the cases in our system. One other thing to note here is that just in the way the trailer is organized, each case is organized specifically based on what goes in here and where it goes. So you notice there's some spots that we leave open so that as you add things to your cases, you always have room for that. But the main things that are going to make up your system when it comes from us or as you use it week to week are going to be labeled. And obviously, these are just placards that show that, but these shelf diagrams is what we call these. They can be updated and amended to be more appropriate as you continue to grow and add things to it. So these stay here, and like I said, this matches the interior of the shelf case so that you take out the guesswork for your volunteers and your team so that they know, one, that their stuff is protected, that your stuff is protected and in a durable solution for the long haul, and also that you can reliably know that your volunteers know where things are at and know where to find things if they don't. So that's pretty much it on our cases. Hope this was helpful for you. If you ever need help or more info on things like cases or other things that we do, don't hesitate to reach out to us here at Portable Church. Thanks for your time. We'll talk to you soon.